When I think about diversity, one of the things that comes to mind for me is trying to understand individuals from the standpoint of their own lived experiences. So trying to, whether it's in my research or my mentoring, trying to understand what that individual has experienced as part of their unique identity across multiple dimensions, whether it's race, gender, sexual orientation, that we bring that to life and we honor that and we value and respect that.
I think a lot of also the discomfort people experience when it comes to issues of diversity has to do with defensiveness, and so one of the things we try to model or talk about explicitly is how to move past those points where you may hit areas of defensiveness in trying to communicate with an audience or trying to communicate as we're training, young academics, trying to communicate with students. And so moving past those points where there's resistance and creating strategies for students to use and helping them to learn strategies where people are more comfortable maybe bringing their own experience to the table in a classroom setting, or if you're presenting at an academic conference or wherever you're trying to get that message or talk about your work. So I think that's a strategy that we found works well with our students.
Seeing our students present in conferences and talk to other people about their research in conferences, I think is really gratifying because we can see their development and how they're being able to use the skills that we're hoping to impart to them in an effective way to try to communicate their message and help other people to understand what their research says about diversity.
It's not just diversity from those aspects of identity, but it's also diversity with respect to how they would answer certain questions or how they want to approach certain areas of their scholarship that may be related to certain social issues or certain parts of identity, but there's a lot of difference in how they want to even approach those questions.
We have students from eco-community, social, clinical, and very often they're talking about phenomena that are similar, but their language for it is very different. And so one of the synergistic pieces of our lab is they learn how to communicate these thoughts and ideas in a way that a broad group of people can hear and understand it and unify our language around it. And I think that expands their thinking, that expands their ability to communicate their ideas, and it also helps them draw in much broader areas of literature, research, and psychological thought on these concepts. So the work is stronger, it's better as a result of the fact that they're coming together across disciplines.
Without the value placed on it through programs such as this and other mechanisms of support within the university structure, we won't be able to retain or recruit students, high quality, high caliber students who are really interested in some cutting edge issues. And so I think it's absolutely critical that there be that space and those mechanisms within the university to support that. We just need other mechanisms of support to make it even bigger.
I think the bottom line is this work is often hard. It often doesn't come with a lot of extrinsic reward. And we often try to live off of the feelings that it engenders in doing this hard work and seeing the students' growth. But everybody likes a token. Everybody likes recognition. Everybody likes an award. So absolutely seeing that this work that we are doing is highly valued by the university, that the university sees it as valuable enough to actually commemorate it, that's incredibly important. It gives us the fuel to keep going.